Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Tuesday. 12.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
No. We are going. Zoom.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Zoom, zoom. No.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Here. The Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's Wolford over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Ryan will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Austin. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Inside. Gun.
Here's Rodgers to throw again. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. caught by Nelson left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, where are going?
Throwing is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nelson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On play action, Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Rodgers to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Nelson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up the 1st down and change our momentum?
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Third and long, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rodgers again now. Caught by Nelson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Snap comes at 1. Dumps it off to Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tuesday. 22. Hey, Tuesday. 21.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Michael Brockers able to get him for a loss of about 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
21. Left.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 1:57 to go in this first half. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he's on to punt for Atlanta. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage. He's got a man, complete. A huge play that time for the Rams. 52 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
319. No. Yeah, Liz. No. Gun.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Hassan Reddick. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And Indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Strong right! 319! 319!
To throw again. Rodgers looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. We have, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Zoom.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Keith Marshall, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Hey, 626.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
This one fielded at the 5. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Again they run with Gurley. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's fine. Yeah. Inside. No. Yeah, Liz. 319.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. So out come the Falcons now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. They find some open field here. The 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. And all the defense has it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Walford's got it, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 9th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run him with Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. From the shotgun, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On second down, here's Ryan.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, Tuesday.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there at 22.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Jumbo! 319 to 9. Let's get off the field, D.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's 3rd down.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
21.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Single, slap. 319 to 9.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Dumps it off to Gurley. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Hey, check 26.
On the toss, it's Gurley. Some strong running at the 20. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
319! 319!
Rodgers now on first down. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still three-score game, though, fourth quarter. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Gun!
After the interception, here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ryan on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now come the Falcons. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Green 18.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Hey, 88. Hey, Lex. Jumbo.
Now Rodgers. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Finding room inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Los Angeles, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.